Alright guys, so as soon as we got all of the details for what our boy AGL Metal Cooler was like, what his team was like, I had this idea, right? So, Metal Cooler, his leader skill, what it reads out is 170% for the most malevolent clan category, and then he also gives 90% to Extreme AGL. So, Extreme AGL units are in play here. Now, I mean, I guess maybe Rose or TURLES are really the only two I would consider using. TURLES is a top tier option on this team though. Love using them on this team. But I also thought, you know, there's a lot of overlap between most malevolent clan and movie boss category units. Like, let's go ahead and take a look. So here is let's start with the most malevolent clan first. So here's the most malevolent clan, right? Basically all Frieza units, you know, Cooler, King Cold, you know, all of those type of units. Basically, it's just, you know, Frieza's family. The more I've thought about it, the more I think Frost really should be in here, by the way. It's just dumb, because, like, that's just another place. Like, Frost, what category is Frost gonna get, like, if he's not on this one, right? Like, it's stupid. But anyway, although Frost is eventually gonna get an SSR, right? Like, come on, let's be real here. But, you know, this category has a lot of very powerful movie boss characters, you know, Tech Frieza, the Tech Transforming Frieza, you know, in particular, the LR Metal Cooler Core, very, very powerful. Unfortunately, I don't have any dupes for them, though, so they are going to be a little bit hampered compared to usual. But you can grab a whole bunch of units from the most malevolent clan category that are also on the movie boss category. There's a lot of overlap between the two. So then I had the idea, okay, so what I'll do is I will bring a friend TURLES. So now, even though it is, you know, kind of the cooler Metal Cooler team, it is more of a hybrid of both teams. I wanted to see how well this would work. I don't know, but looking at it now, though, it does suck that we're losing out on STR Final Form Frieza, because he is the hardest hitting unit on the most malevolent clan team. The numbers he puts up are outrageous. He's so much of a hard-hitting unit, and we can't bring him, right? Can't use him, can't use Angel Golden Frieza, and can't use Physical Final Form Full Power Frieza. So let's go ahead and hop into an event. We'll sort of test out this team here. Let me actually change this to a Icarus, just in case, because sometimes that final stage of the Metal Cooler, well, not the final stage, but the second to last stage with all the Metal Coolers, they can be tricky sometimes, so you know, I do want to be careful of that. So we have just under 440k health, huh? That's not bad. Obviously, if we had a full Metal Cooler, like actually Frieza family team, we would have a lot more than that, though. But then again, if the second TURLES was also rainbowed, we would have a lot more, because I think the friend TURLES we brought only had one dupe or no dupes. Very weird. I haven't been seeing a lot of TURLESes around lately. I certainly hope people don't stop using him, because the movie boss category team, it's way too damn good to stop using. Like, let's relax. I'm telling y'all, I'm so sick and tired of seeing like LR Vegito Blue and like LR First Form Frieza and like, you know, Kid Gohan. We don't all need to be running Kid Gohan as our friend leader. We got to put some of these real category leads too. Like, you know, it's everything gets all thrown out of whack. Alright, so weird first rotation here. Sure, we'll just leave it like this. Once we get sort of set up, I want to kind of see like how much damage we'll rack up, and if it's like really a lot less than the most malevolent clan team. See, here's the one thing. I feel like this would be a lot more like helpful to have two TURLESes if this was a team that would struggle for ki. But, you know, all of these Frieza category units, they all mesh so well, right? Like, so many of them have Strongest Clan in Space, Shocking Speed, you know, Universe's Most Malevolent, Fierce Battle. Like, they have very, very common links that they're all pretty much sharing, which makes it to where, you know, ki support is not really as needed, but the 40% attack is still monstrous. Alright, so we do have the coolers. I'll probably leave the Metal Cooler and LR Metal Cooler, probably leave them together. I feel like that'll be a pretty good rotation to see. Again, in LR Metal Cooler, after he actually gets rainbowed, he for sure is on par, I would say, with LR Vegito Blue. This is him, of course, with 0 dupes. He's still doing additionals. 2 additionals. Okay, yeah, pretty good. Once we start getting some actual additionals in him and crits, and he gets, the extra 5,000 attack from having the full dupe pass unlocked, he really does become a very powerful and significant unit to have around. And then AGL Metal Cooler, he is a very, very outstanding Dokkan Fest unit that they've given us here. He's actually, I've talked about it recently, but he is definitely better than a lot of the other Dokkan Fest units we've gotten within the last several months. Like, he has a surprising amount of power and utility with the healing, the, high attack and defense, all of that. Alright, so, okay, this is actually working out pretty good. I want to focus on taking down the AGL Metal Cooler first. He is the hardest hitting of all of them, because that's, the Dokkan Fest Metal Cooler. The Int one also hits pretty hard, but the beautiful thing about this is I'll focus all my attacks on the AGL one, so once we take him down, we're then going to move just straight on to the Int one, who is, of course, the LR Metal Cooler core. Plus, we've also got Tech Final Form Frieza, Tech Golden Frieza here, to sort of, serve as a defensive unit. Now, already, I do have to say, I think this maybe is not as impressive. Like, in my head, when I first was thinking about this, like, oh, a double Turles on the team, that would be nasty. Yeah. I don't know. I think just a double Metal Cooler would probably be a little bit more effective, because we would have both AGL Metal Coolers on rotation, and we'd also have SCR Final Form Frieza. Losing him is a big deal. It really hurts to not have him around with the massive, massive amounts of damage that he can, apply to these fuckers quite quickly. Do I need to heal? No, definitely not, because there's only 3 of them left, and 2 of them, only 2 of them can attack. Okay, pretty good. Metal Cooler, we'll give him those. The one thing, though, is I guess the LR Metal Cooler himself, he might work a little bit better with the double Turles around, because he's really the one unit that might need Ki or struggle for Ki. The rest of them, I don't really think it's going to be much of an issue. Up to 2 million right there. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking that the double Metal Cooler would work better than the double Turles. It was a nice little idea, but oh well. Okay, maybe I'm falling in love with like Turles and Physical Kid Buu way too much. Because the double 170% across the board too, we would not be taking this much damage if we were using the double Metal Cooler team. There is just absolutely no way. We would be tearing through this like no tomorrow. So, okay, experiment failed. It is definitely not better to use 2 Turleses. So we got the friend Turles leader. It's much better to use the Metal Cooler, friend leader. Now, I suppose this could change a little bit depending on... okay, so I expect either tonight or tomorrow that we will get a data download for JP with all of the Waifu Awakenings, but also with a brand new LR. If the LR is on the Movie Boss category too, and, it's like, let's say it's LR Golden Frieza, right? Maybe this does become a little better, because then it might be easier for him to get Ki with the double Turles on the team. So we'll see. If it looks like this may actually, be a really good thing, and there's, some LR that would be dramatically helped by multiple coolers, maybe I'll try this again. But as of right now, I would say just doing the traditional Metal Cooler team probably will be better off. And man, Metal Cooler he is very impressive, man. Like, the fact that he got to over 2 million last time with the Big Bad Boss is active, lowering attack and defense, getting stronger every time he gets hit, plus on turns where he gets hit, he also heals at the very end of it. So good, so good. I'm a big fan of the AGL Metal Cooler, man. That's why I wonder if the next Dokkan Fest they release on JP will be as good as him to sort of draw people in. I would not be shocked if they released the Dokkan Fest maybe around the start of December, the last one before the Broly movie stuff, and it's like a really popular character, like a new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta or something like that. I wouldn't be shocked, because I feel like, a last gasp effort to drain people's stones could be something that they would do. Does that not sound like something they would do to y'all? Like, release some, like, because if they released a new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, people would summon like crazy for him. The Super Saiyan 4s are... It seems like people have gotten more excited for them on Dokkan than like pretty much anything else. Like, the hype and excitement around the Super Saiyan 4 characters is very, very high. So, I'm telling y'all, be on the lookout. They could do that. But, alright, so I would say the experiment did fail. Double LR... I keep going to say LR Metal Cooler, but double AGL Metal Cooler would be a much more effective team build because, again, at that point, you'd have 2 of the Metal Cooler unit who's just so good, and then you'd also have SCR Final Form Frieza, who's the hardest hitting unit on the team, so you'd be able to breeze through quicker, and AGL Metal Cooler is a much better defensive unit than TURLES is, too, so, the team would be a lot more defensive as well as, I think, a lot more offensive. So this was a fail, a big fat F. My bad, y'all. I thought it would work a little better than it did. We did take a lot of damage at one point there, but all right. We'll finish up here. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one.